hopefully I've remembered to turn on the microphones. Hello, it's a triumphant return of coffee time. No sugar this time. Happy Freedom Day. Soon as my channel is, dead, we can do this now, because it doesn't matter. We can do it. We can do coffee time again. Because, I don't know what YouTube have done, but it means it's fine. We can talk. So it's Freedom Day. Are you enjoying Freedom Day? How's your freedom? Can you taste the freedom? Can you smell a bit of freedom? Are you feeling it? Are you feeling the freedom? What do you reckon? Another lockdown, September-ish, October. What do you reckon? Lockdown October to March, covering the flu season. Yeah. Oh dear. Everything's has been cast adrift. We're now, but it's not because we haven't got a pandemic anymore. What have we got? We've got a pingdemic. Because of the NHS track and trace, or trace and track, I don't know, system is not fit for purpose, because it uses Bluetooth to detect if you've been within so many meters or feet of people. Problem is because it's Bluetooth, you can get a positive result by your neighbour sitting next door, even though you've never spoken to them. And there have been numbers of cases of people, again, getting pinged when they haven't actually been near anyone with the vid. So imagine a row of terraced houses, and one person may have genuinely come into contact with a COVID person, the dirty vid people, and you could get like a little domino effect along the row of houses of people just getting pinged by the track and trace thing, and then you've got to isolate. Not fit for purpose once more. The interesting thing is for us, the dear Locke family, is the ugly head of COVID reared its head at the weekend. Don't worry, we're all right. Well, I think we're all right. This is today and tomorrow, the last 2 days of Herb's year 6 of junior school. But we got a message on Saturday, an email from the head teacher saying, there's been a positive COVID test. So that's it. It's all over for you, because you've got to isolate. Herb has got to isolate for 10 days. And that's the end. So no coming in, which is a bit rubbish, really, because Freedom Day is today. Surely the rules only really apply during the weekdays when the kids are together. Herb's not bothered by it. Herb doesn't give a fig, because he got his end of term treat early because of this. So he's happy as Larry. Send money now. Send money, please. So he's happy. He's not too. I'm the one who's more annoyed about it, because they were having their graduation meet up, celebration, assembly on Tuesday afternoon. It was going to be a big thing, and they were going to be waved off out. The thing about this is it was going to be done outside in the school field. We could have done it. We could have still done it. We could have still gone there and done this in the school field, and no one would have known, and it wouldn't have been a big issue, and God damn it. But instead it's been cancelled. They're saying they're going to do it on the 1st of September. I don't think I'll be attending, because it's over. That's the end. It's finished. I think the missus and Vera will go, but I can't be involved. I've moved. I've retired now. My retirement came early. I was a bit worried because I've done this. I've done the school walk for like 9 years now, 2012 to 2021. Verity and Herb, and Tuesday was my big day. It was my big bowing out. I was worried it was going to be like one of those cop shows where this is retirement. I was going to get taken out. I still could. It could be the vid that takes me out, because now I'm a vulnerable member of society with the diabetes and everything. So that was. I'm the one who feels aggrieved, because it was it was plucked away from me. My swan song was plucked away from me, so I won't be doing that anymore. But I thought it was all a bit ridiculous, really, the way the rules are implemented and brought about. You know, you either have the rules or you don't have the rules, and there has to be some sort of discretion, I think, some sort of discretionary attitude taken. The problem with all of this and with everyone involved is there is a complete, clear lack of imagination when it comes to dealing with this. And yeah, I mean, it is serious for some people. For others, it isn't. And I still don't think they've got to the root of why COVID affects some and doesn't affect others. And that's something that really does need to be addressed by science, by the doctors. They really do need to look into what are those defining factors. And once we know what they are, you know, the whole percentages will become a lot clearer. You know, we can actually figure out who will be at risk and who won't be. But you still get the feeling that they're shooting in the dark over this. But we finally got what the civil servants and ergo the Prime Minister, our beloved Boris Johnson, wanted in the first place, and that's herd immunity. And you've got that via a combination of infection and vaccination. They got there. They got what they wanted. This is the whole thing. Meanwhile, you know, so many hundreds of people a day die of, you know, heart disease and cancer and diabetes. I think it's 400 people a day die of diabetes. And again, those people would have missed treatment. You know, I wanted to go to the doctors a lot sooner over the way I was feeling, but again, the whole COVID thing delayed it by about a year. You know, so it has an effect. It's not the fact that people are dying of COVID, it's the fact that it has had a knock-on effect to our health service and other people's lives. There are people that have missed treatments or even misdiagnosis because of this, you know, save the NHS. And the NHS, God bless it, will always be a political football, and they'll always dangle it over our heads, and now it be used as a form of control. I'm not putting the tinfoil hat on because that's not where I'm coming from. I'm just saying a cynical government can always say we have to save the NHS and everyone will fall into line now. You know, instead of investment, again, this country needs massive investment from, you know, the recent population increase via, you know, various means, and it hasn't done it. You know, again, we were a place where people want to come, people want to live, and that's fine, but you have to have the infrastructure to accommodate that. And we've seen successive governments, both Labour and Tory, ignore those facts. You know, like where we live, they want to, every time there's a free space, let's build flats on it. But they don't build any more doctors' surgeries. There's only 2 surgeries that, you know, that serve this area. There's no more dentists, no more schools. You know, that's what you need when you build so many places. You need all this infrastructure, and then when you cram as many people in, let's cram as many in as we can. Don't be surprised when pandemics or outbreaks or epidemics blow up because we squeeze so many people into such a tight space. But we do live in times of incredibly stupid. These are stupid times, folks. So yeah, just turn your brain off and then it won't hurt. I've just stopped caring. Yes, the only way you can get through it is just to stop caring, because there's nothing we can do, because we have an opposition which is useless. All our political opposition is useless, and various ideologies hijacking various political parties and making them totally unpalatable. So we're stuck with the damn Tories forever and ever and ever. Well done, everyone. Well done. You did it. You did it. Oh, well, let's get rid of Johnson. Who are they going to replace it with? Michael Gove? Well done. That's good. Maybe Dominic Cummings will make a comeback. Or Hancock himself. Prime Minister Hancock. Yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it? You've done that. You've done that. Well done. So yeah, we live in stupid times. No more stupid than this very funny story that's going around at the moment. This is about race hate crimes. And I'm sure many of you who follow the news have been laughing at some of these things. There's been a Freedom of Information request the various police authorities around the UK. And a few years back, they brought in, I think it was about 2015, they brought in like race hate legislation. And so every time a non-crime race hate incident happens, it has to be registered. Again, it's one of those weird languages where something is not something, but it is something. It's a non-crime race hate incident. Just get your head around that. Get your head around that. Yeah, it hurts. It hurts just to think about it. And the top story of this is from Bedfordshire. The Plod. There's a reason why they call it the Plod. It's because that's the rate their brains work at. Sorry if you're any police officers watching, I do apologise. Of course, I'll change my tune if I ever need your help. But yeah, the Plod in Bedfordshire registered a non-crime hate incident in which a neighbour whistled Bob the Builder at the victim. I still can't understand how Bob the Builder can be racist. I'm still trying to work that one out. If anyone's got any clues of how Bob the Builder is racist, very positive. Bob the Builder, can we fix it? Yes, we can. He's not saying no, we can't. No, it's not Pavel the Builder, is it? Maybe he was. Maybe that's why he took offence, because it was Pavel the Builder, and maybe he couldn't fix it, and so that's why he was offended. But anyway, it got recorded as a non-crime hate incident. You can, you can't. It is and it isn't. That's the UK at the moment. Remember that. And the person, it remains on file and could be disclosed to prospective employers. And in another one of these in West Yorkshire, this is a good one. Whilst the child was swimming, the child hit their head on the swimming bars, and so the mother reckons that was a hate incident. Still can't figure that one out myself, but there you go. Meanwhile, a gay man who was ripped off by his dealer reckons it happened because of his sexuality. No, it's because you're a plum. That's why. Yeah. So last year, I think we're bugging out a bit here. Is it working? Is my computer blowing steam out of its fence? Last year there were 10,840 non-crime hate incidents. Wow. That's ridiculous, isn't it? And it just goes to show that the police, instead of actually trying to, deal with crime, they're not. Meanwhile, this story is related to it. This is a story of Ruth Madeley, who's a BAFTA-nominated actress. She's also in a wheelchair, and she was getting a cab. It wasn't a black cab. I think it was just one of those private cabs. It may have even been an Uber. Ooh. But anyway, she wanted to go to Euston. She wanted to be dropped off at the disabled ramp, and he said, "No, it's too inconvenient for me." And she said, "But I need to get my wheelchair up the ramp." And he went, "No." And so he dumped her off nowhere near the ramp. And then when she got out, he put her wheelchair back in his boot because he demanded more payment, even though it was a prepaid cab. Luckily, her mother was with her and wrestled the wheelchair out of the boot of the cab from the cabbie. But when she, brought this up to the police, they don't think it's a hate crime. Again, if you're disabled, you can go scratch. But if you're a man in a dress who gets upset by a tweet, they will be around with a cup of tea and a biscuit, because that is the crazy ideological world we live in. And don't think I'm one of those right wingers. I'm a lefty. I'm a left winger, but I'm just calling it out for the insanity it is. You can't be inconsistent. You've got to be consistent with all these legislations. Otherwise, you look hypocritical and biased, you see. And the disabled, I will fight for them until my dying breath, will always be at the bottom of the pile, because by the police and other people in this world, they're different from us. They're not like us. They don't count. It doesn't matter. And that is the wrong attitude. And disability, hate crime, and the various isms we direct towards the disabled is the greatest injustice of our society. Forget all these other minorities that are clawing for your attention. They've got it easy compared to the disabled, right? Just make yourself aware of that. Be aware of that. And you are only one illness or an accident from being in that position. Remember that. You could, I don't know, whilst putting your trousers on, slip and hit your head on the dresser, and that's it. You're in a wheelchair for the rest of your life. You know, going down the stairs, you could fall over. Have we lost it? They've actually. Are we back again? Wow. We have a bit of a buggy. We have a buggy thingy here. We have a bit of a buggy connection. It's probably because my son's playing on his new Xbox. Send money, please. Send money. There will be a eBay fire sale shortly. Send money. Yeah, so like I said, disability crimes, hate crimes are the big thing, and they're often overlooked because, well, the disabled aren't like us. And if you try and get a freedom of information request on the disability hate crimes that are out there, you'll be hard pressed to do it because nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to talk about it because that is where the real problem is, and that's something we, as a society across the world, needs to address. Because the disabled will always be victimised, put upon, victimised, abused. There's so many ways you can look at it. And again, it's something I've been aware of for gone 20 years now, before Herb and everything. So, and I saw the Labour Party bringing legislation that affected the disabled, and that really disenfranchised me as well. That and what they did with the university grants and everything. But yeah, politics, same shit, different flavour. They're all arseholes. Of course, if I run the world, I would be a benevolent dictator, and you'd all grow to love me. Anyway, that was coffee time. I think I've worn out my welcome. Thank you for watching. I don't know if there's anybody in the chat room because Charlie B says hello. Josh Howard says, I just spent 20 minutes looking for my keys. Exactly. That is a hate crime. Russell says, I'm Coffee Time Live, Virgin. Don't worry, Russ, I will be gentle with you. Woden says, good morning. I bought another guitar. Is the limit how many axes one person can own? I think it always goes, how many guitars do you need? One more. Run Scoot says hi. Yeah, well, this is a rarity because, like I say, my channel is on its knees now. The views have just gone off a cliff. They've switched to switch, so that means I can do news now because it doesn't matter. I'm not going to get worried about it. So I'll be doing, if anything takes my fancy, I'll be talking about it. Russell says, swimming pool, hate crimes caused by swimming pools. Exactly. We live in a very strange time where everyone offended. Another one of those stories, which again, I got put off by because of it bugging out, but there was a Portuguese fella up in Norwich who found a burger bun on his driveway and reported it as a hate crime. I found, right, when I was in Norwich, up in Horsford, look it up, with my news agents, I woke one morning to go out and found a plastic bag on the doorstep, and it was full of eviscerated rabbit. I didn't report it as an hate crime. I knew what it was. It was a warning, but I didn't report it as a hate crime because I hated me. But yeah, straight white male hate crimes. No, they just hated me. I'm used to it. I've had 50 years of hate. Oh no, it's 3 lions, isn't it? Oh dear. So there we go. You're here, I'm here, and I'm going to say ta-ta now because I've done all I can do, and I've actually finished my coffee. Look, no sugar. Blood sugar was a bit high today. Oh, and that's another thing. I was going to wait for Tuesday, but I was trying to get me tablets, and they messed me bloody prescription up. So I ain't getting me tablets for about another 2 days. So luckily, I'm not that serious a diabetic. I'm a bit twitchy at the moment, but I'm running about 8.9 on the Richter scale, on the blood sugar scale. But I haven't. I'm still going. My heart hasn't stopped yet. Anyway, thanks for watching. This has been Coffee Time. Drink it up. Ta-ra.